dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
It's not better than the Blue Oyster. You can't be. I can't handle better than
This is like...
Hoes are okay. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Hoes are not okay.
Okay. What's up, guys?
Welcome
to Smoke.
Restart.
Restart. Delete that.
Okay,
shit.
ready? Welcome to Smoke with us.
I'm Eastwood.
I'm Blue.
This is our virtual smoke circle. Smoke circle, guys.
It's like a circle,
welcome.
but with Smurfs.
Yeah, welcome to our lovely podcast, as we like to call it.
Yeah, we started this because I almost said a loner's world can be stoner. A stoner's world can be lonely. As you can tell, we're baked, so join us.
Yeah.
Let's make it less lonely.
We're sipping on some Blue Dream and
LA Kush and Headband. We have them all in here.
Yeah, and we have LA Kush as well. So I'm at a 7 right now.
I'd say I'm at 7.5, but I'm definitely climbing fast.
Yeah, okay. So if you're not at a 7, and we smoked with blunts and joints. That's what we smoked with. These strains. So if you're not at a 7, pause the podcast right here, and we will see you on the other side. And we're back. Okay.
I feel like you get nervous in the intro.
It's not that I get nervous. It's like weird because like this is like, okay, so we moved, Blue and I now live together, and we moved it to a different room within our facility, and
our compound.
And so it's just a different space, man. Like I'm just trying to feel the space. Like the other space I was comfortable with is a little more cozier, but this is more open, so we can move around a little bit more and have a little bit more room. But I was trying to get comfortable, and so I think in that moment, I may have seemed that way, but I really wasn't. I don't think I was, at least.
Just like feeling it out.
Yeah, just trying different shit. Trying to be a little bit more professional.
For fish.
Oh, man, this quarantine is, wow.
Was that just like a stand-up comedian being like, airplanes, guys, am I right?
No, it just made me appreciate, social aspects of the world more.
Yeah.
And I know my
we're
life
starting to open up here, so.
Yeah, my life doesn't suck, but the thing with it is it's just like sometimes you feel the weight of the world on you, and you're just like, oh, so much shit's happening, but I'm like actually okay. And you like with artists wanting to release like music and shit, and even movies, people are having a really big dilemma about like, is this the right time? Like right. Lady Gaga was like, no, I'm not releasing it. She wasn't going to even release it this year, but everyone was like, no, bitch, release that shit. And so she's like, fine, if you guys really want it, I'll do it. And so she's doing it. But also probably her label is like, no, bitch, you're really doing this shit. But yeah, it's just nuts. Like everyone feels it. Everyone's like, is this right? Am I like supposed to be doing this? Is this like, people gonna like bash me and be like, you're not respecting the people who are sick and all that shit. But
I feel you. Yeah, well, because there's definitely been a few things that felt like a lose-lose. Like people are like, I'm helping this, and they're like, oh really? And you're like, I thought they were doing a good thing.
Yeah. Any hoozle.
One thing I can say at the beginning of this that I totally understood was when all the celebrities sang. Not because they were singing. I was like, I get it that it is very detached. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, it was like it's not like they were doing it in an asshole way. But what I think was a really dumb choice, and I can always agree with, is and why it was a disaster in my opinion, is the song literally opens up, and it was at the height of like us not knowing exactly how this was going to go down, and we didn't have fatality numbers really, you know what I mean? So there's still a lot of like, maybe this is the end of everything. But then literally the opening lines is, imagine there's no heaven. And it's like in the song, it's a beautiful message. But like, right now we're looking a lot at the afterlife, and then a celebrity just comes on and goes, imagine there's no heaven. And you're like, no. Meemaw just died.
Yeah, that's not the right time. But just like Jeffree Star released a new palette, and it's called Cremated.
Yeah, I meant to talk to you about this before. I forgot.
Dude, people roasted him, but there have been several makeup people that are like, hey, he showed me this back in September.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of proof that this was planning to come out. It's not like they named it cremated way before because of the colors.
Yeah. So it's just nuts, but we're all on edge now and things are starting to open back up. And
you know what's the craziest thing to me about those things is like, in theory, no one would have cared that it was called cremated before this.
Oh, for sure.
But like, if you actually look, it's like we're still having death. Like we have death without this.
The thing,
like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
like they're like someone's grandparents just died. I'm like, they're always dying.
Yeah. That's
like, why would cremated not be okay?
Yeah.
And now, if it was like pandemic hysteria
or COVID-19 or Corona,
then I'd be like, oh boy.
Yeah. And the thing is I feel like Jeffree Star naturally has a target on his back because of his past.
Well, he does now. Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in the makeup world didn't know him how I knew him. Like I knew him from Warped Tour and him and like just running around being all loud and absurd, but he was super nice. Like that's just like who he was. Like he was just that person who was just like really fucking obnoxious.
Right.
Because it got attention and he knew that. But now like people are always digging up his past and like all this shit. I feel sorry for the dude sometimes because I'm like, you said sorry. Like he's like apologized multiple times.
He's got enough money.
But I know people that know him, like his product, but refuse to buy it. And then when I ask why, they're just like, well, like all the shit he's been through. I'm like, okay, but do you support this person? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all the shit they've been through.
Dude, welcome to me with anyone who tries to start virtue signaling. And then I'm like, okay, then let's go down this path. It's like, you buy like these brand clothes. And it's like, yeah, it's like, they're all sweatshops.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then if you want to go there, it's like, that's a nice iPhone. They're all sweatshops.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? And like just different stuff like that. And so it's like, once you go to a certain point, it's like you either have to like be the hippie in the commune.
Yeah.
Or like, we have to realize like, oh shit, I just need to try the best I can.
And it just goes back to like, we live in a culture of unforgiveness now and it fucking sucks. Like you can't make a mistake without being beheaded essentially.
The weirdest part though is
virtually
how far in the past it can be too.
Yeah, like I don't know. And there's some things that just like are touchy or whatever. But anyways, that's not what this is about. So what's new with you, Blue?
Oh, I definitely thought you were going to go like into a topic because you were like, that's not what this is about. I'll tell you what it's about.
No, I just think, love each other, show compassion. Listen to fucking Lady Gaga's new song, Rain on Me. God, it's good. She could rain on me if she wanted to.
I'm glad it speaks to you, to your little gay boy inside.
Yeah, I'm a little monster.
Gay people aren't monsters.
That's the fandom, you bitch.
I know. Dude, but I love fandom names.
Like Ariana Grande's is Arinators. That's fucking so good. And like,
are you serious?
And like,
you think Arinator is so good? I was about to tear into it. Arinator?
Listen to Demi Lovato's. It's Lovatics.
That's better.
And her fan base afterwards, they asked her if they could keep calling themselves that.
After what?
Her addiction shit. She's like, is that offensive if we still say we're?
So they're like, girl, we're here for you. So you tell us if we need to change.
And she was like, no, it's fine. Like, I get it.
She's so pretty.
She is. And her story is so fucking like, ugh. And it's not that it's like, it's not sad. I don't want to say it's sad because a lot of people go through it that aren't famous. But it's just like, I feel for her sometimes. I'm like, that fucking sucks. Like, addiction fucking sucks. Like, I don't know where you're at because I don't get addicted to a lot of things, but like bad things. But just hearing her talk about her story and like how she basically wanted to kill herself, it's just nuts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know where to go with that.
I don't know.
Because now we're just going to talk about like, yeah, but it's everyone's story. So it's like, who cares?
Oh.
Like,
you know what I really want? And I've said this so many fucking times to you specifically. And I go some waves, and I'll probably change my mind because that's just who I fucking am when it comes to buying things. I really want a gaming laptop.
Yeah, dude.
And here's my deal. Here's my deal.
You've been to laptop to desktop to nothing to back to laptop. No, you went from a laptop, desktop to how many games does Mac have? To nothing to now back to gaming laptop.
So here's the thing. I feel like people of the PC world, PC Master Race. I don't know, like you have people who are like PC, hardcore PC fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh, I want to get one, but I don't want to like build anything. Like I don't want to do that. I don't like towers. I don't like them. I don't like an extra monitor. I just want something that I can fucking take anywhere with me and have the same collection of games that I want to play.
Right.
So that's why laptop. But I feel like I get looked down on by PC people. They're like, for like the $1,500 razor that you want to buy, I could build you the same thing that's like the magnum opus of computers, bro. And then I'm like, okay, cool, part it out for me.
That's like a real text.
I know, right?
I was like, I've heard that from so many like PC Master Race people.
I'm like, part it out with the same specs as this PC laptop that I want and let me know. And every single fucking time it's more expensive.
Well, you know why?
No, I know exactly why.
It's not the same.
No.
They get to something like, oh, but you'll want this.
Exactly.
And they'll be like, okay, you can do this. And like, yeah, you'll be able to play most games on high, if not pretty much all. But if you want that, but what happens if you want to add 4 extra 4K monitors, right? You need this one. And you're like, whoa, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what
They're always
happened.
preparing for the future. And it's just like, I am that way too. Like, I totally get you guys. But there comes a point in time, I've worked with technology for a really long time. There comes a point in time where you just have to say, this isn't good enough. Can you click a buy?
Dude, the first PC I ever built, literally the guy who helped me, like every part, he's basically like, oh, well, why don't you do this? Or they're like, oh, you could like send this back and like for $100 more. And I was like, yeah, man. And like literally every single thing, I was like, yeah, but I mean, like I did research. I should be able to play like anything I want. Like these are my main things. And like on high, if not like ultra settings.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but like, what about in like 3 years? Like, there's this. And he's like, this, you'll be able to have that for like 5 years. And I'm like, right. I was like, but I kind of just want to build the PC for the now.
Yeah.
And then I'll actually buy that. My plan is to like add to this as I go. So like in that 5 years, then I'll buy the next one that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And like basically the whole process, he ended like, I mean, it's a pretty good PC. And like, I mean, if that's what you want to think about it, then you did buy the right things. But like, why are you thinking about it like that? That's basically,
oh my God.
That's basically what he was. That's basically what it was like.
No, don't do that.
Like it was good enough to like, you know, be satisfactory to him, but he's like, I just really think you need to change your mindset though, man.
It's like, it's so fucking annoying. And that's why I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go console. I'll just be fucking console the rest of my life. Because I don't have to fucking deal with all of that mumbo jumbo shit. There's literally fucking 2 options, Xbox or PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation whore. I've always been loyal to Sony. I will always be loyal to Sony unless it's just complete trash. Then maybe not.
Then I'll still be a little loyal, just in a different way. It's like I bought it,
yeah,
but like I mainly play with the other consoles.
But no, dude, like it's just so frustrating sometimes because I'm like, you know, and there are people like, yeah, dude, like a gaming laptop is fine. Like just do it. And then then it comes to like my whole research, you know, thing that I have going on where I like to research the fucking house down until I want to cry. There's like 50 million different fucking brands. Razer, Asus, fucking Acer, Helios.
Yeah, there's a bazillion.
Dude, it's just like, what the fuck? And then it's like, do you want an AMD or do you want an Intel? Do you want a GTX or an RTX? Do you want a 2070 or a 2070 Super?
I really think you're just being like, this is like an endless research void. I don't know how to handle it.
It's just a lot, but you know, I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I just want a fucking PC now. And I had some friends that were going to like, hey dude, get us a shell, like a fucking PC.
Oh yeah, why don't
case.
you just fucking do it, dude?
Because of Corona, bitch. I won't be able to get it for like at least a couple more months. And I'm like, I want this shit fucking now.
So what you should do is get your gaming laptop for you and then continue your thing with your friends and then give it to me.
The PC?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys heard it here. You heard it first.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
SWU exclusive. I almost called it Smoke Myth.
You know, whenever we get sponsors, that's going to be so fucking hard to remember to say.
SW, like Smoke With Us or SWU?
Yeah, the acronym for it.
Yeah.
SWU. SWU.
It almost sounds like a wrestling promotion.
SCU. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference.
Woo woo. Comment down below.
Yeah.
Is taurine really cowpea?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Like, okay, so taurine, if you don't know, is in like every energy drink. But like, is it? I've always heard it's like filtered cowpea. But what I'm wondering is it like a chemical they found in cowpea, and now they like give it to you? You know what I mean? Or are they like filtering gallons of cowpea?
It's probably that, like where they found the chemical and they were able to reproduce it.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And like,
I don't think it's literally like
who gives
sterile cow
because like,
piss.
who gives a fuck about that? Like,
I mean, it looks like cow piss, but we're talking about monsters, by the way, guys.
but like, who gives a fuck about like reproduced ones? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. You know the hilarious thing with me about monsters and just energy drinks as a whole, like just how much fucking hate they get. Like they're almost just as bad as a regular soda. And they're like, but it's the extra chemicals. I'm like, dude, it's the fucking same thing.
If anything, it's the sugar.
Yes.
And then if you actually look, most soda has similar amounts, and like, at least at how people drink it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know, and if someone knows more than I do, please comment, or you can come on the podcast. We'll phone you in and you can have this discussion with us, because it's just like, you know, I get that they're not good for you, but neither is fucking Coke.
Oh, well, here's the deal. That's what the worst thing about it is like you get judged by people who have no room to judge. Like if it's like a, you know, raw food person that's saying that to me, I have no problem with you saying that to me. You can criticize my whole diet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you are living your life like in a different way. So I understand like you proselytizing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, it will be people who are like smoking a cigarette.
You know, energy drinks are bad for you.
Yeah,
So is a cancer stick in your hand.
Yeah,
bitch.
they're like, you know, that shit will kill you. I was like, that's my line.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, or like, you shouldn't buy those. I was like, do you want to talk about the price or the health factor? Because either way, I got you beat. Like,
we all die in this or something.
but it's usually like people like that, or someone that has like a 64 like trucker gallon like soda cup, and then they're like, you know, those are bad for you, and you're like,
so is a 64 ounce that you got in your hand, buddy.
I was like, so is the gallon of soda you're about to drink for the next 2 hours.
It's just so fucking nuts, dude. Like, it is ridiculous how many fucking people bash it. And then the bitch that, you know, the video on YouTube where the lady's like at a Christian concert.
Oh, dude, don't even get me
and she's like, the M on a monster stands for
dude,
the
you know
it's three. That means 666.
Dude, you know
3 plus.
You know what the craziest shit was with that? I was literally studying biblical Hebrew when that video came out. And she was like, it looks like this Jewish symbol. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It looks more like this Jewish symbol, which is actually 7.
She was saying like the cross on the O in the monster part of it.
Yeah.
Was like it looked like a cross, kind of does, and she was like, and it's in the word monster because it's meaning the Antichrist.
Oh, I know.
I was like,
dude.
oh my fucking!
It's like,
what?
dude, it's only Christians can think the cross is the purest and most evil thing at the exact same time.
I have some shit with people who think upside down crosses are fucking Satan.
Fucking who was it?
Paul.
I don't think it was Paul.
Whatever.
It was one of the apostles.
One of the apostles got nailed upside down because he thought it was
more worthy to be sacrificed in the same way Jesus was. And it's like, oh, so the upside down cross should actually be probably our symbol.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're saying we're holier than thou.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid bitches.
Stupid.
We've been watching True Blood.
Oh, dude. Yeah, dude. I wanted to talk about True Blood.
It's good.
So I'm not normally into urban fantasy that much, but they're doing some things that I'm like, this is what I want out of urban fantasy.
It is really fucking good, and it's super like it's old, but it's like kind of timeless in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you know,
and it has you need to. What will help too is like when you realize, okay, there's some built-in camp into this, but it's never like too camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like what you would expect from like the time frame when the show was produced and like now.
It's kind of like Big Boy Supernatural.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
It's good.
And I don't mean that derogatory. More like adult, like because it has boobs.
Yeah, it's HBO, so there's like
Yeah,
titties.
it's like HBO is like, we'll do Supernatural.
Okay. It bugs me that I see more tits than dick in movies and TV
They're
shows.
different genitals, though.
I know, but like I see a man's tit every day.
No, but example. Yeah, which is why we don't look at breast as much as dicks. Do you know what I mean? Like you're saying, hey, male breasts are cheap. Yeah, that's why the female, even though we make it more like, ooh, it's still cheaper than a vagina or a dick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's probably because we let the men's chest out all the time. So we're like, you see it. It's a nipple. A nipple's a nipple. But I forgot my thought, so give me a quick second to recoup. Dicks. Oh, but it's just like, it's a different thing. You don't see vajays all the time. Like there's states that will let you have topless, like strip clubs that won't let you do bottomless.
That's interesting.
Like they're ranked on a different purity level.
That's weird.
If it's below the belt, it's more intense.
If it's below the belt.
And I would argue, I think a lot of people would let you show dick before vagina.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. Vagina is the sacredest of them all.
Yeah. I mean, so it actually works out. Men's chest is the least sacred, then women's, then men's dicks, then women's vaginas. I was just saying, at least there's a even through line of logic.
There's just so many opportunities. And I mean, I guess for a vagina too, but there's just so many, like a shower scene. Like, where you even get like
what camera angle are you thinking? You're going to like start out at the knees and go up?
No. So you start at the head, right? Like their actual like face, and you zoom just out. Like, and they're standing like.
Oh, you want some far away distance?
Not necessarily far away distance. I mean, Ben Affleck was real close to it in like one of the Batman movies. Or no, it was Argo. Where he was like in a shower scene. And you can like see like his like it's like very like they clipped it like pretty fucking well, and so you see like just if you stop and pause and go back, you can see it. Yeah, but it's like a second. My thing is like, okay, zoom all the way back.
But I'm just saying,
show me the butt.
Literally,
and, like the shape
zooming
of the
out
front.
a few inches can make a shot feel worse.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a director.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying like, let's get rid of cinematography integrity. Just to show dick. Because boobs are easier to film.
That's true.
Too. They're like by the face.
Yeah, I could see that.
Now, I do give you, they do hide dicks more than they should. I'll give you that.
There are some sex scenes where I'm like, there are some sex scenes where like, I should be seeing dick right now, but I'm not.
Everyone who gets up from the bed naked wears sheets. Men, women, whatever. And I'm like, this is not realistic.
No.
Like, I was like, here's the deal. Doing it here and there in some movies, realistic. It's almost every fucking movie and show. And you'll just see her tits. Yeah. And then she gets out of bed and she wraps everything. And you're like, what are you doing?
You know what I want? I want someone to make a movie or TV show about a nudist a nudist colony. And I don't want it to be censored. I just want to see, and I want it to be like, all variety.
See, but this is what I'm saying is I think you think the dick is so discriminated against that even if most of their shots didn't show dick because they were just showing upper body, so then you'd see a lot of tits, but that's because that's how they're actually framing the shot. Yeah. You'd be like, why are they censoring all these dicks? And it's like, that's just a normal shot. And you're like, no, they're censoring the dicks.
So here's the thing. Here, I think is where my frustration is.
Yeah, you're gay and you want to see more dicks.
I know. But hear me out. You watch a sex scene of one of your favorite actors, and he's just like pounding it. You see his ass, you see his butt.
Are you wanting penetration?
No. I'm not asking for penetration. The sex is done. You get a beautiful cinematography shot of it. Whatever. She gets up, walks, tits out, ass out, vajay out, walks to the bathroom. He gets up, it's just his fucking torso in his head. I'm like, you could do the same angle that you did on the girl on the guy.
I when this happens, I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I think it's discriminated against. is that moment, those moments that you see where it's like super passionate and they're done and they get up. You almost always
I would
only
say that's
see,
50-50 at this point.
and even guys' butts you don't really see a whole lot of. Like you like because sometimes it doesn't like the shot is not like right for it, and I get that. Like I understand with what you're saying, and now I'm piecing it together. Like okay, that might not look the best, but like John Cena's fucking scene in Trainwreck, Amy Schumer's movie, where he's staying in the fucking bathroom and he has a goddamn towel on his.
But they
dick.
didn't show like any nudity in that really.
Why no? But he had it was a full erection with a towel on it.
Okay,
Pull that fucking bitch off.
Okay, but now you're making the movie more intense. Like, I agree with you when there's equal representation of nudity. That's what I'm saying is you're like, there's tits, we should see all nudity now. And I'm like, no, there's a different thing. and then on top of that, I don't think there's any nudity in Trainwreck. I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't think there is either, but like those are the moments I'm talking about though. Like I get it for that movie didn't work. I understand it. But like say that would happened because that can happen in like very sexual movies. Mm-hmm. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the reason why it's one of my favorite movies is because they show his fucking dick.
That's hilarious.
It's like the perfect shot. He walks out.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Like you normally would. And there it all. What do you know? Then the shot looks good.
But you know that's because the dick is like the joke. Though.
No, I know. But it's just like, I don't know.
I feel like half of your argument is like write things different so I see more dick. Like I'm hearing more, you have some valid points, but then I feel like you say this extra thing. It's like, and why aren't we focusing on dick more? Why?
Welcome to my TED Talk, guys. About
why we should focus on dick more.
Why we should focus on dick more in cinematography. Anyways, here's my class. It's room 101. Come by.
Penis in cinematography, or as I like to call it, dickomatography.
Oh my god.
Dude, try to get on a state college with that, dude.
No.
You can at least get a community college. And
it's like a debate class where we debate why. Each class is just why, and we try.
You're gonna have 3 essays. What is the best film in showing dick? What is the worst film in hiding dick? And why we should, and then 1 essay, everyone writes on the same topic, why we should show more dick.
Or which studio is the offenders so we can call them out.
Every year your class has like a field trip to LA to protest.
Yeah. Show more dick. Show more dick.
Like it's so known in like the city that like people are like the studios plan around it now. Yeah. They're like, oh, next week is the protest week. So
yeah, no. I don't know, man.
Just get Gwyneth Paltrow to sign off on your petition.
Dude, that bitch would, dude. She is all about that shit.
Like weird.
Yes, like weird things in general.
Yeah, like weird causes, weird.
Have you heard about her website?
Goop?
Yes, yeah, dude. I heard her talk about it. I was like, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
Dude, have you seen have you seen the documentary on Netflix?
I think that's where I think I might have watched a little bit of it, but I haven't seen the full one.
The most hilarious thing is they bring the psychic on. They can like talk to the dead. And there's one skeptic. They're going through this whole psychic episode and like spiritual powers essentially. And there's this one skeptic the whole time. And she's like, I mean, I'm open-minded, but I mean, I need to know it's real. You know what I mean? And so the lady's doing her thing and she according to those people, she clocks everyone. You know what I mean? Like everyone so far. Then the skeptic comes and she's like, she starts and he's like, something about like a loss of a dad or a grandpa. And she's like, nope. And it's like something to do with water. And it's like, no, I have no idea. And like, she's just like, no, seriously, like I would help you out if I could, but this is not connected to any dots. And so you're like, oh shit. But then one of the producers comes over and she looks, I do believe she's saying what she feels is true, to be fair. You know what I mean? But she comes over and she's like, I'm sorry. I'm afraid, like she's almost crying. She's like, I think you were accidentally reading me. And then she connects all the dots that the bitch was asking. Cause she's like, I had a grandpa who loved fishing, but she looked, I think she was believing it, dude.
Okay.
I think she's like Buenos producer. You know what I mean? Like she's in it. And she's like, oh, that's it. I was feeding off your energy. And like, you can see the skeptic's like, huh? Like she came up there and I was like, I don't know. Like,
It's all suspicious. You know, shit like that is just hilarious to me when dude producers, oh my God, dude. They are like the best and worst things to happen to America. Like they bring in some grade A reality shows, but they also do some shitty things to get those grade A reality shows going. There's a whole fucking TV show about it on Netflix about, I think it's something called Something Bachelor. And it's following a producer of The Bachelor.
Are you talking about the show I showed you?
Yeah.
It's definitely not called Something Bachelor.
What's it called?
I can't remember. It's supposed to be a play off of like behind the scenes stuff. So it's like Overlooked or something like that.
Yeah. But that's like literally how they fucking act.
I only saw the first episode. That was pretty good. I wanted to watch more. I don't know why I never did. But that's a pretty good show. But yeah, dude, the producers, dude, they'll manipulate a situation. The reality
like feed information and be like, oh, I heard, blah, blah, blah. I kind of want to be that bitch though. Be like, hey, so
half your job is just spilling tea.
Yeah, it's like, so hey,
so what do you think about Becky calling you a bitch?
Karen said you were the slut of the town. I don't know. I'm just reading a quote. What do you think about that?
You're like, oh, she said that?
Oh, Karen said that? Oh, I'll show that fucking bitch. And then they're like, all right, film. Turn the camera on now, bitch. And she walks into the room and she's like, Karen, you motherfucking bitch.
Yeah.
And then it just escalates from there and they pull each other's hair out and, you know, I'm never talking to you again. 3 weeks later. I love you so much. Come back into my life.
Oh, I've seen the shows.
uh,
The producers on the reality TV show that I was on. Fun fact, I was on a reality TV show. The most...
Yeah, you see my face, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even in it much either. You see my parents a lot.
You had like a little speaking part, though.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
About your purity ring?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my God, dude. And the fucking comments, dude. They're like, I feel so sorry for that boy.
Let him fuck.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But the most they did was just like be like, what's her face is over there? Why? Like breaking the rules over there.
Oh, they would tell your parents that?
Yeah. Like she walked out in the middle of that, just so you know.
That's hilarious. And me knowing your parents, they're like, oh, they were. Okay, we'll take care of it.
But yeah, that's exactly how they were, especially at the time. They've become more chillaxed. But, you know, 8 kids eventually wears you down.
I'd like to see them now on that show.
I don't think they get that show now.
Dude, I think Juicy Papers might be my favorite thing. Or my favorite papers in rolling.
Oh, gosh. Just because the taste?
The taste and the quality. Like, you know, the second one, we're smoking a second blunt. We rolled 2. The second one, I don't feel like is staying together as well.
Yeah.
It's falling apart a little bit around the crutch. And so I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Well, one thing I'll give them is it's probably the best tasting hemp paper I've ever had. Because I usually find hemp paper nasty.
Yeah, that's very true.
I didn't dislike that at all. I like the taste of this.
It's not bad. If it wasn't falling apart, it'd be better.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember Out of the Box?
Yeah.
Out of the box. Out of the box.
Yeah.
And like the Goodbye song was so fucking good, dude.
Remember
Goodbye, farewell to you, my friend.
Do you remember Big Comfy Couch?
And we meet again. Oh yeah, the chick and yep. She's like a clown, right?
Yeah, I fucking loved. Well, I think she's supposed to actually resemble like a doll, kind of like a doll clown mixture.
Was the neighbor a clown, or was he a doll as well? Remember, she had a neighbor, the mailman guy.
Oh, I think he was real.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be fun to make like a psychedelic kid show.
Yeah,
but like,
it'd be too popular.
Huh?
Did you hear about SpongeBob?
What?
When SpongeBob was originally pitched, it was pitched to Comedy Central and Adult Swim as an adult comedy. That's why there are like all those innuendos in it.
Innuendos.
Whatever. I am really fucking high.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but they pitched it to Adult Swim and to Comedy Central, and they said no, it was too kiddie. They're like, "Oh, we'll show you, kitty bitch."
Well, that Ren and Stimpy had a similar thing, which makes sense looking back, because some episodes of that are brutal.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What did you say about the psychedelic kid show?
I don't think parents would like that.
You don't have to be like, let's smoke the grass. smoking grass. So we smoking grass. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like, imagine Midnight Gospel visually, but not content. So the content's still like 1, 2, 3. Our word of the day is bumblebee.
Oh my god!
But then the bumblebee is like highlighter yellow.
It's
and
really
black.
for the parents who get really high and have to watch shit with their children.
Yeah, dude. So like that's what I'm saying is like it's like how some kid shows, and I know not the learning ones necessarily, but have like a level above the kid. Do you know what I mean? So like parents are kind of like, I got that joke. You know what I mean? It's like a visuals above the kids level. You know what I mean? So they're just like, ooh, pretty colors. But the parents are like, what? They're like, what's the content here? And then they're like, oh, basically Sesame Street.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty nuts.
And I said fun. I didn't say it'd be like, you know what would take the kids' world by storm? I'm going to be the next Blue's Clues, man.
Oh god. I feel so bad for
Steve.
and I feel bad for Flo from Progressive.
Why?
Because I bet you ain't getting any other roles.
But maybe you should be happy for her because she doesn't necessarily want them because her life is good.
No, I know. But
They just made a commercial about the nostalgia of their commercials. Like it was literally, you could tell they're like, ha ha ha, we've been here for a while, haven't we? Do you remember us when you were a teenager? And Flo said things, and then like they're like, we'll always save you money. And you're like, whoa, are they trying to bait me with nostalgia?
to get you to buy. Remember when you would watch us and you were dreaming of driving?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you can drive.
So here we are. Like that's literally what the commercial's like.
You can count on us.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
actually Allstate.
Exactly. And they literally go, we were here and we made you laugh. We made you, I don't think they said cry, but we made you laugh. We like, surprise. Oh, we made you laugh. We surprised you. And sometimes we probably even annoyed you. So it's like, even when you felt bad about it, now they're trying to make you feel a good feeling. Like, oh man, I remember when I was annoyed with that. Like, it's such a good commercial. And I forgot why we started this. Yeah, so they like just totally bait on your nostalgia. It's like, that's a pretty good commercial. It's gonna get some people. But yeah, so she's like, they're banking on her for the long haul, dude. She got that steady income.
Well, the crazy thing too is like usually companies will introduce a new character to see if they like are over
Take over.
and they always come back to her.
Yeah, and even they'll introduce new characters in her world. It's essentially a Flow universe,
Oh, for sure.
the Flow cinematic universe.
I wonder how much she gets paid.
I bet it's more now, unless she
look it up.
signed like a unlimited commercial deal, which that would suck. But like once you start making it as like a commercial guy, like for that company, you can usually really jack up your prices after your first round of commercials.
Oh, she makes $1 million per year.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not bad. It's a little less than I thought.
Well, for a commercial though,
Commercial money can be big.
she's in the top people, the top 6 people who have made a fortune acting in commercials.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just like $1 million straight salary, or it's like $1 million plus, like how, because there's always that like plus
She
how
probably gets,
many times the commercial plays type of
yeah,
thing.
and like
So I'm wondering if it's like $1 million salary and then that bonus check.
well, and the government has regulations too on how much production companies have to pay you if your face is on,
The government doesn't.
or
It's a union thing.
yeah, the SAG-AFTRA bullshit.
Yeah.
They will actually like they have like a national average of if your face is on this for so many seconds, you get this amount of money.
Yeah, it's different for commercials though than shows.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. And commercials are more than shows because they're shorter.
On a base rate. But yeah, I bet that bitch is set. I don't feel sorry for her. I feel happy for her.
Yeah.
And once they do retire her, she'll be in like some weird hipster shit for the rest of her life because it'll be like,
she'll probably be smoking a bunch of weed and just chilling.
But no, I'm saying like there will be like weird nostalgia, like hipster people that are going to be like, oh, Flo will be our like, Flo will show up in the coffee shop as the actor who plays Flo. And they'll be like, oh, you're fucking Flo.
I mean,
and she's like,
like,
yeah, I'm fucking Flo. Just give me my coffee. And she's like 78.
Yeah, I feel like she really is the commercial. Like, I don't think she has a different personality in real life. Like, I think she is Flo.
That's hilarious. Yeah, and so that's why she's gonna be in the movie cussing. Because the hipsters will be like,
yeah.
ha ha, see, that doesn't seem, you wouldn't expect that.
We should do that for How to Get High in 10 Days. Pay her to come on and
She
do
probably wouldn't.
that. You never know.
Not why she's under that commercial contract.
That's true.
They try and get everybody.
Yeah. So, in the vein of entertainment, back to Lady Gaga for a second. Because I just thought about Rain on Me again.
In case you don't know, that's her new single.
Yeah. You guys should check it out. It's really fucking good. Anyways, when I saw her at the Joanne tour in 2018, that was a whole ass moment for me.
It was like, yeah, you went to
Actually, it was 2017.
You went to your gay mecca.
I got floor tickets, right? Okay.
Yeah, you ran around the cube, dude.
Let me just explain this to you. Her floor is like kind of weird because she has like these pillar things in the middle of it so she can walk across it and go like through the venue.
Yeah.
So it kind of divided us. There's one moment when she did, I think it was one of the songs with Joanne that's like slow. And she sat down with a guitar, acoustic guitar and all that stuff. And like she looks down at me like through the fucking floor. And I know it's not to me, it was to everyone. I get it. I understand that. But I felt her eyes locked onto mine. And literally I almost started crying. Like my heart just like palpitated for a second. I was like, ugh. Oh my God. And then like she
you felt mommy go, you're my monster.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just a very spiritual moment. And she's so fucking good live. Like, God damn, everything she fucking does, dude. She just kills live.
You know who she is? Who? She's the weird best friend of a gay in high school.
Oh yeah.
Who made it.
Yep.
That's exactly who she is, dude. She's they were both like the outcasts of the school, but they were ride or dies. And not, like, I'll even say they're still ride or dies, but she made it. Like there's always like the weird girl and like the gay dude, like best friends.
Yeah. I always thought, I was like, it would be real. I don't know if I could be best friends with a celebrity. It would be too hard for me. Like if I didn't know them before their fame, but they were like, hey, I really like this body of work that you do. Let's be friends. I'd be like,
why? Because you'd been like trying to idolize them?
I don't know. For me, it would be like, I would need them to give me a moment at the beginning for me just a fangirl. Especially if I never met them before.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say you will be the sabotager of your own friendship with them.
Maybe. But I need like a day to just be like, you are fucking that person.
But if you're already there, you're that person.
That's true.
So like, you need to act like you've been there before because that's where you live now.
Yeah. But yeah, Lady Gaga is just fucking, oh my God. Yeah. I would lick the sweat off of her. No, I'm just kidding. That's gross.
Except maybe, I mean, if you really asked.
Yeah. I mean, who's telling?
I mean, we're not, who's telling? Exactly, dude. Who's telling? Dude. You know what is like things that you don't really think about, but it's like crazy, beautiful, and profound sometimes? Kids shows, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you actually listen to the Barney song, like, if you're like 3 and you're hearing that, that's just a little love.
Oh, like, yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I mean? Or whatever, or like Out of the Box, which we talked about earlier. Like, their whole thing is just like so good, and they're all basically just like, let's have fun. And they're like, okay, we have to go. And they have a really sweet goodbye song. It's like, bye-bye. And like, you know what I mean? I was like, man, just giving those kids some good vibes, dude.
And now we look at it.
Mr.
Like,
Rogers, dude.
But we look at shit like Caillou, and we're just like, or not Caillou, because Caillou was good.
Yeah.
what's the fucking
A little bit
pig?
too much of a mama's
Pepe
boy,
or
but
whatever. Pepe something. Pepe the pig. We look at shit like that and we're just like, what the fuck is this?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So there's a kid show called Pepe the pig.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's 2D. The kid who had the pig has like a weird football head. Yeah. Yep. That's what it's called, Pepe? Is it French?
I don't know. No, it's not. It's an English cartoon show.
Like British?
No, it's like United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's almost like Arthur, but a pig.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Arthur was so good too.
Yeah. But I bet our parents were like, what the fuck is this?
Maybe.
And then like
Or
now, but it's just full circle. Now we're like, what the fuck is that? And then kids in the future who are going to be us eventually will be like, oh, remember Pepe the pig, dog? Remember when like we would sing Baby Einstein?
That's what I was going to say. Baby Einstein's, I think that's going to be a big show for like a generation. It has a banger of an outro, like of the rocket ship song. That's a banger, dude. Like not only good vibes, but it was just like, ba-na-na-na, in our little rocket ship, na-na-na-na, little Einstein. Dude, that song's I have literally put that on and like danced to it high before. Like
That's
the remix,
hilarious.
like the hip hop remix, dude. It is so good. It's just like, But no, it's just like, I just don't think like, oh man, Mr. Rogers, dude. He'll just be like, you are perfect the way you are, dude.
Yeah, he was great.
These just like loving messages. Do kids have those anymore?
I don't
Like,
know.
or are they just like A, B, C, D, know your alphabet, bye?
I want to see that Tom Hanks show or movie with him.
Oh, I know, dude. Have you seen the documentary
I have not.
of Mr. Rogers?
I haven't.
The best, dude. It will make you cry 8 times to Sunday, dude. Like
8 times Sunday.
yeah, dude. 8. Whoo, there's so many times you're like, whoo, I'm not crying, you're crying. Like, because I never like fully took in. Like, I even remember seeing some more serious episodes. I didn't like really like take in. Like, he didn't mind going to serious stuff, dude. Like in the 60s, there was this big controversy. Like, it was before, like, it was back when they had it segregated, like whites and blacks and like pools and stuff. So like there was this big controversy specifically about a black kid, I think, swimming in like a white pool. It was a big thing in the South, and it was like all news, and it was like tons of tension, and then he literally like he planned an episode because they had a production schedule so that they would release episodes pretty fast, and so he did an episode where he had him and the black mailman wash their feet in the kiddie pool together.
Oh,
And it was like a big fucking deal for back then.
for sure.
Yeah, dude. And it's so good. It's just so good. You'll cry and cry, and you'll be like, an angel was taken from us.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know he's a minister?
I mean, I could guess that, but no, I didn't know.
Like the good kind.
No, I didn't.
All right, I think this is a good spot to end it.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Bye. No.
No. Oh yeah, but so this is Smoke With Us. If you liked us, definitely leave us a review with comments. We love feedback, constructive feedback, please. But if not, just give us a 5, and say, hey, it was great. But yeah, Smoke With Us podcast on literally anything that you can find us on. We're not on everything, but we're trying to be on everything. So just bear with us.
Yeah. And our email is smokewithuspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, so we're going to send you off like we always do with Saint Warhead's song called Sparkler.
Smoke weed every day.
I've been wavy for the longest, need the rest of y'all to catch up to me. Terpene gravy for my bong hit, so every hit is extra gooey. Then I light it extra doobie, get high while I Netflix movies. Pass it to my baby, muffled coffee, my face next to boobies. I like to get high a lot, I like to get high a lot. My girls, they take smaller dabs because we have to buy a lot. I hate it when my light is lost, don't you too? That shit sucks, anywho, I got shit to do. Need a smoker, then after fuck. No, I don't wanna work with you, all you other rappers suck. I told you I got work to do, so will you please get off my nuts? Sorry, don't think I'm high enough. Nope, lie light another up. Coughing while we mob and drop the glob, and when the glow is up, 99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pulling up.
99 problems think I solved until I sober up. My squad do this often, we hot boxing if we pull
I
up.
like my
Skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
it light up like a spark. Dabs got my fingers sticky like I'm Peter Parker. Feeling like a king, scrolling memes with scenes from Arthur. Sauce has terpenes, diamonds looking like it's tartar. All my friends grow weed, we got some inner city farmers. It don't matter if you broke or not, you can find a way to smoke some pot. Every spot is overstocked and every block an open shop, and everybody's high, you can't even find a sober cop. Every night I'm stoned, then I zone out and play Overwatch. Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm dozing off.
Then I get hungry as I'm looking for some shows to watch. Baby plug me with some munchies, all of a sudden I'm
I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip,
it light up like a spark. I like my
skip drip.
it light up like a spark.